What's up, YouTube? Ron Avis here of BitGeek, and I don't know about you, but getting pumped up for a movie is almost as fun as watching the movie itself. Today I'm counting down the trailers for the 10 movies coming soon I'm most excited to see. And unlike most of our lists, I'm actually counting down from 10 to 1. Now, these movies are scheduled to release from the 1st of September to the end of October. Links to each trailer will be in the description field down below. If you like the video, please press like. And if you don't like the video, please press like anyway. Humor this old geek, would ya? Also, please help us grow by subscribing to make sure you stay current with what's happening here at BitGeek. So without further ado, here's my list of top 10 movies coming soon. Number 10, Super Dark Times. When a movie is touted as the Donnie Darko of this generation, I pay attention. Throw in some nostalgic feels for the 90s, and you have something I'm stoked to see. Super Dark Times follows a pair of best buds that get themselves into big-time trouble after an incident involving a samurai sword? And from there, it leads to a cover-up in a small town, sending the teens into a spiral of violence and paranoia. This movie looks dark and has an amazing feel. I can't wait to see it. Number 9, The Foreigner. When I first saw this movie poster with Jackie Chan and the generic-sounding title, I have to admit it was a pass for me. That is, until I saw the first trailer. The great one, Jackie Chan, who is 63 by the way, in a stop-at-nothing revenge story of a man getting to the bottom of who is responsible for the death of his daughter. And he has all the motivation he needs to show audiences he can still kick ass with the best of them. And as an added bonus, The Foreigner is directed by Martin Campbell, who is responsible for, in my opinion, the best James Bond movie of the Daniel Craig era, Casino Royale, as well as the best Pierce Brosnan era 007 flick, GoldenEye. Number 8, Only the Brave. Sometimes a movie hooks me with its cast alone. Only the Brave stars Josh Brolin, Jennifer Connelly, Jeff Bridges, and Miles Teller. It's a true-life tale of an elite crew of firefighting badasses that lost their lives fighting a 2013 wildfire in Prescott, Arizona. Well, actually one survives, and judging from the trailer, it's hard to tell who that is. Everybody loves a harrowing tale of bravery, but the villain here isn't a terrorist or a 400-foot-tall monster, but the overwhelming destructive power of Mother Nature itself. I'm getting strong Backdraft vibes from the trailer, and the cinematography is beautiful and begs to be seen in IMAX. Can't wait to see this one. Number 7, Happy Death Day. October is usually the time studios shove out their best scary movies of the year, and this year is no different. And even though I'm sure I'll be buying tickets to see the latest entries of the Insidious, Friday the 13th, and Leatherface franchises, it's the Get Outs or It Comes at Nights that intrigue me the most. Horror movies with a twist is in demand, and this movie's Groundhog Day with murder just might be the next I wish I'd thought of that movie idea. I love the vibe where basically a college student is murdered again and again every day until she discovers her killer's identity. One little detail I love is instead of waking up to Sonny and Cher's I Got You Babe, we get 50 Cents in the club, which is nice. At least I hope that's not only in the trailer. Which is amazing, by the way. Check it out. Number 6, Suburbicon. I love it when Matt Damon and George Clooney collaborate. They just have a knack for choosing interesting projects, and this is just the latest. It's another one of those great cast movies with Matt Damon, Oscar Isaac, Julianne Moore, and Glenn Fleshler. I don't really know what the hell's going on in this trailer, but it looks really entertaining. It feels similar to another one of Matt Damon's dark dramedies, 2008's The Informant. Something isn't quite right with this small town settings that works so well for the genre, and humor seems to be on point here with Damon riding away on a small bicycle at the end of that trailer. Oh, and Oscar Isaac as the antagonist? I'm in. Number 5, Mother. Okay, this one was surprising, but let's see. Ingredients to make a Ron movie. Great actors playing interesting characters. How about Jennifer Lawrence, Javier Bardem, Ed Harris, and Michelle Pfeiffer? Check. Atmosphere to burn? Is the guy who gave us Requiem for a Dream, Black Swan, and The Wrestler good enough for you? Double check. Darren Aronofsky does one thing better than anybody else in the business, in my opinion, provide unforgettable imagery, which is essential for a great Halloween time movie to give me the creeps. Number 4, 3 Billboards Outside of Ebbing, Missouri. The end of August is usually dumping grounds for summer movie season bloat. But then you start seeing movies more like 3 Billboards Outside of Ebbing, Missouri. You'd be forgiven for dismissing the little movie with the strange title at first, but I recommend watching the trailer to change your mind. Frances McDormand is the star here, relentlessly provoking local law enforcement into action after it seems a cold case involving the murder of her daughter stagnates. Sounds pretty dark, but the director of In Bruges, Martin McDonagh, knows how to deliver fascinating character-driven drama via veteran actors like Woody Harrelson, Peter Dinklage, and Sam Rockwell. Get ready to laugh and cringe. Number 3, Blade Runner 2049. I doubt anybody realistically expected to ever get a sequel to the 1982 Ridley Scott classic Blade Runner, but here we are as Harrison Ford continues his Farewell to Iconic Characters tour, this time as Rick Deckard, the replicant hunting cop. Although this is a sequel, it features a new lead, Ryan Gosling, and a new director, Denis Villeneuve. Am I saying that right? He's proven he knows a thing or two about sci-fi drama with last year's excellent Arrival. Blade Runner 2049 passes the sight and sound tests, judging from the initial looks of the trailer, and it includes a diverse cast of very talented actors. It's the sequel I didn't know I always wanted. I just hope Harrison Ford doesn't go out like Han Solo this time. Number 2, Kingsman, The Golden Circle. Over time, Matthew Vaughn has become one of my favorite directors of action films, such as X-Men First Class, Kick-Ass, along with the original Kingsman. The thing all 3 of those movies have in common, besides the director, is they all originally came across as movies I didn't think I would care about, but wind up liking quite a bit. Kingsman is a fresh take on the British secret spy genre with over-the-top action sequences and cheeky dialogue. But this time, Eggsy and Harry, whom we see die in the first movie, spoiler alert, apparently must team up with their American counterparts, the Statesmen, played by Jeff Daniels, Channing Tatum, and Pedro Pascal. Wait, Julianne Moore is in this too? Oh, and Halle Berry? I hope this movie isn't diluted with the addition of all this great new talent, but Vaughn has proven he can handle an ensemble cast of characters like X-Men and give everybody something interesting to do. Now it's time for my number 1 most anticipated movie coming soon. Number 1, It. 2017's It isn't technically the first stab at a movie adaptation for the popular Stephen King novel from 1986. That distinction would go to the 1990 TV miniseries starring Night Court's Judge Harry and, of course, Jack from Three's Company. Okay, I'm teasing it a little, but the truth is Tim Curry's version of Pennywise first gave many people my age nightmares as kids. So naturally, as a fan of the book and even the made-for-TV miniseries, I'm very excited to see what director Andy Muschietti, am I saying that right? Director of 2008's surprise horror hit Mama, has in store for us this time. And by the way, if you're not familiar with the book, I can never do it justice here. You really should try and read it while you still have time before the September 8th opening. And if you don't have time for that, I highly recommend the audiobook as well. It's fantastic. Now, part of the screenplay is by Cary Fukunaga, the original choice for director, who was responsible for the first season of the wonderfully creepy HBO TV series True Detective. My skin is crawling just thinking about the possibilities of Derry, Maine. Everything looks well and good from the early looks. If I have one critique of the trailer, it would be the liberal use of one of my all-time most hated horror movie cliches, the jump scare. Hopefully that's just to get the contemporary horror movie crowd in the doors. Thankfully it is rated R, and most importantly, considering the source material, not made for network TV. Down here we all float, along with my sky-high expectations for this movie. I hope you enjoyed my list of top 10 movies coming soon I'm most looking forward to seeing. Until next time, it's been my pleasure. Thanks for watching Big